Hey there, vinyl community. I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thanks for tuning in. So, this is a quick review of an album that I guess I was late to the party to. This came out last year, actually, but I just got it. So, I thought I would talk about it real quick. And that is The Times. This is from Neil Young, and this is an EP. So there's only 7 songs on here. Uh, there's what the back of it looks like. I kind of like that picture on the back, actually. That's kind of cool looking. Anyway, what this is, let me show you the vinyl real quick. It's nothing really special, but that's kind of what it looks like there. There's the vinyl. And this album was recorded last year. Neil was doing, him and I guess Daryl Hannah maybe recording him or something. But he was doing some video things on his iPad that he was putting up of him doing some songs. Just, him and guitar and harmonica, of course, sometimes. And that's what this album is, actually. I wasn't entirely sure what it was when I bought it, but, it was fairly cheap because it is an EP. And like I said, because there's only 7 songs. But he recorded this album on his iPad and they transferred it to an album. So it has an extremely raw, very real sound to it. Just be like if I could play guitar and I just started playing and singing to you and recorded it and put it on an album. So it definitely has that kind of intimate feel to it. And I guess that would be part of either the appeal to some of you or some of you saying, no way that I want that. Like all my hard rock friends, I probably wouldn't maybe necessarily recommend this album to you unless you like different types of music. And this is mostly kind of protest type of songs that he does. I'll read you the songs here. And he does he kind of switches them up, some of them a little bit. So it's got Alabama, Campaigner, Ohio, The Times They Are a Changin'. Of course, that's a Dylan song. Looking for a Leader, 2020. Now, that was a song that he had originally, Looking for a Leader, he had done in 2006. He changed up the lyrics a bit. So he threw in lines, kind of more about Trump in there and Black Lives Matter, things like that. Little Wing and Southern Man is also on here. I guess if I would have picked it, I would have rather had him do a few more slightly obscure songs to make it a little more interesting. But the fact that even though some of these are, tried and true war horses that he's done forever, the fact that he's doing them in this setting does make them different. Like I said, it's very raw. It's kind of an album. At first, it's funny because I think the first time that I played it, I was kind of a little bit disappointed in it, sound wise and everything. And then I played it again and I realized, it's kind of unique. I actually kind of like it. I like this take on it. There's nothing added to it. So it's just a very, it's basically like if he was sitting there playing to you type thing. Nothing really added to it. His voice, at times sounds really good. At times it sounds pretty ragged, because he's older and he's not adding anything to it. So it's just a very interesting record, probably kind of polarizing, but Neil Young is kind of a polarizing character anyway. It's funny because I've seen a lot of stuff in the past year online about people complaining about Neil Young, oh, he needs to quit talking about politics and just shut up and sing and blah blah. And it's kind of like, have you heard Neil Young before? Because he's kind of always been political as far as that goes. I get it with people that have not, don't do political songs or whatever, and so you're not expecting it from them. But a band that's always been political, it's kind of like you should expect that. Anyhow, I think it maybe be one. If you're a Neil Young fan, you definitely need to get that to add to your collection. And, you know, maybe you're not a Neil Young fan. I don't know if this would be the album to get you into him, unless you like that really raw kind of sound. But I myself, I enjoy it. And like I said, it's not that expensive to pick up on vinyl. So might be something you might want to look for. The Times by Neil Young. So remember, you can always find me on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Till next time, I will see you down the road.